What's up, guys? My name is Jason Alexander. I'm here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. I'm part of a collective of individuals that are on a journey to live their best life as true self. We use our third eye to see past the illusions and unlock the secrets of the universe. We are the Blue Moon of Neptune. And today I want to talk about energy bubbles. It's something that's very, very important. Something that I'll talk to anyone about whenever they're trying to get something done in their life, or if something bad happening in their life. I mean, energy bubbles are everywhere. They're dictating a lot of things, and the more aware we are of it, the better. Alright, so I'm going to be reading a lot of this just to avoid me rambling, and then I'll be freestyling a little bit too. So what are energy bubbles, also known as energy manifestation spells? Everything is energy vibration with different frequencies. When we use the same energy over and over, we create what I call energy bubbles, which later turn into energy fields. In other words, energy bubbles are fields of vibration. We are in an energy bubble / fields, and we're creating energy bubbles at every moment, whether we're aware of it or not. So what is the point? Without energy bubbles, nothing can be manifested. So the better you understand this, the better you can manifest, whether it's in the astral world or the physical world. So how do we make it? As spiritual beings, having a human experience, whatever we put energy to, whatever we put energy to is making some sort of energy bubble, whether it's a small one or a really big one. Okay? So the importance of understanding this is energy bubbles play a huge role on what we manifest. Wherever we are and whatever we're doing in a field of energy bubbles. The frequency vibrations of that energy is everything. Okay, for example, if you're around a whole bunch of positive frequency energy bubbles, then you're more likely to make more positive frequency energy bubbles. But if you're around a whole bunch of negative energy bubbles, then you're probably going to keep making negative energy bubbles, whether you're a positive person or not. When you have a whole bunch of negativity around you, sometimes that could bring out the negativity out of you, right? So it works the same with the energy bubbles, which is why it's important to be aware of what type of bubbles you're in, because that's going to dictate the flow of energy. The more you shoot out the same energy, the bigger and bigger the bubbles get, and the more effective they are. Soon these bubbles become its own source of power, graduating from the bubble to energy fields. And this is where the magic / manifestation is, whether it's intentional or not. For example, whenever you're trying to do something, you have to apply the right energy, right? Sometimes that energy can be easy to output, sometimes it can be very hard. It all depends on the energy that's already within you, right? Because you already have energy bubbles inside of you, right? Your thoughts are energy bubbles, right? And so whatever you have inside of you, you have to work what's around you. The energy bubble is around you, right? So let's say you want to start a new business and you don't know anything, you don't know what to do. If you apply the right energy, eventually you will start that business. What do I mean? Well, just do things that you know it takes to start a business. For example, whenever you don't know how to do something, you have to do research. So maybe just start there, right? Apply the energy of research, right? So one may start doing research to start a company. One gains information to start that business. The energy behind it grows. At that point, you have a few energy bubbles. Now, it's not like you created a zillion energy bubbles, but a few energy bubbles can go a long way in the astral world. At this point, you actually start the manifestation process. The more and more you do research and gain knowledge to start one's business, the energy slowly starts to merge and create an actual energy field within you for that business. After you take that knowledge and apply it to the physical world and then start to create energy bubbles outside of you and into the universe, this is where things get extremely interesting. If you've been creating all these energy bubbles from your imagination, the new energy from the research, and then you acted on it, as you take these new energy bubbles into the world, the universe is actually forced to work with them. Maybe you registered the company, maybe you made a website or business cards, you just manifested the existence of the company, right? When you first started, you didn't even have a clue or direction, And now you're here because you actually applied energy, the right energy. But this is still just the beginning. Once you have actually started making the energy dense enough to actually form in the universe, then you have a whole nother wave of possibilities that you didn't even see coming. At this point, your company has its own world inside the universe, right? Since the universe only understands energy, vibrations with different frequencies, it may take notice to your energy field, right? It's like, damn, what's this over here growing? All this energy, right? At this point, that's where the magic happens. You see, once you build such strong energies with the same frequency, the universe notices the energy field, and it has to tap into it as it has to register your landmine of energy bubbles that you just placed in the universe, right? At this point, whatever is in your energy field, the universe has to harmonize with it. So when the universe registers it, it throws its own energy bubbles into your field to harmonize with it. So your field just got a major power source upgrade from the universe. For example, the universe may suddenly give you more energy to pursue your goal. Making your field bigger also means you have more power to pull energy from, right? Because, whatever field you're in, it's going to affect what you're doing, right? So if you just been playing around with little bubbles all over here, and suddenly, you quadruple that with the universe, right? You're actually going to, next time you tap into that energy, you're going to have a lot more power from it. Be able to vibrate higher and manifest faster. For example, the universe may suddenly give you energy to pursue your goal. Making it bigger also means you have more energy to pull from. The energy may suddenly send you a message. Maybe you stumble on a knowledge you didn't even know you needed to know through an article. Maybe you randomly saw an event in your city and it's a big opportunity to network. The best is when you just get a cosmic download of what you need to do. That happens. Sometimes suddenly you just know something and it's like you've been pursuing it and you knew that there was something you were missing, didn't know what it was, then suddenly you just got the answer just out of the blue. Typically that happens because the universe saw your energy and added its energy to it, and it's like, I see all the energy bubbles in here, but it's missing these bubbles that I saw this other energy field have that's kind of doing the same thing. So let me throw some of those in there, right? And then suddenly you tap into that energy and you get downloads that you didn't even usually like not even sure how it happened, but that you're supposed to be doing that. That that's accurate information, and that's because the universe is cosmically talking to you. Think of it like this, right? When the universe is registering your energy field, it wants to add its 2 cents. And the universe is much smarter than you or I, so that's a good 2 cents. Giving you access to new information can potentially skyrocket your progress, right? So you must understand that sometimes you're really not supposed to know all the things you need to know, right? Like you don't even deserve to know everything you need to know sometimes, right? Sometimes one can be manifesting something so big that you just have to go into it with faith because you won't know the answer until you get there, right? Sometimes, like for example, you could be a person who's been lazy their entire lives, right? Or a person who's just never really pursued, a company or a business. And therefore, when you start to go at it, it could be very frustrating at first because you're like, I know I'm putting the right energy into it. I know I'm pursuing it, but you have to understand that the universe is looking at your overall energy fields that you've been building in general, right? You're in a lot of different energy fields at the same time, right? So you need to make sure your energy field for whatever goal you have is overpowering all the things that kind of hold you back from that, right? And then once that happens, that's the main energy the universe will see and then give you new cosmic downloads that allow you to skyrocket your progress, right? But one must karmically deserve that information from the universe, right? Because if the universe is looking at your energy field of trying to build a company, right? But you have a way bigger energy field of, why you can't do it, then of course when it looks at it, it's not going to harmonize with you trying to build that business, because you have too much negative thoughts on top of that, too many negative bubbles that are preventing that, right? So sometimes you just have to keep doing, have faith until finally, you do get the universe tapping into the energy you actually want it to harmonize with, right? But you have to create and keep creating these bubbles until you make them bigger than all the bad ones that you have in your fields.